Hi guys, we have some incredible news for you today. So it was supposed to be a Bitcoin update video with Fractal and all the incredible developments. However, when the market shifts in such a dramatic way that some incredible fresh alpha comes, it is my duty to bring it to you immediately. Therefore, we have to talk about TRON. TRON has been exploding for the last couple of days for reasons we will discuss very soon, as well as a very, very needed updated APTOS video. We have some incredible new updates for that because there's been a couple new really promising projects being built over there with points programs, and we all know that points equals airdrops. So let's get started. And first of all, the thing we've been cooking up for the last couple of weeks is coming to a fruition very, very soon. This is just a quick sneak preview of what's coming. Santiago will be talking about this more in the next video. Now, onto the main topic of today, which is TRON. So TRON has launched its version of basically Pump.fun, which is a meme coin marketplace on Solana. It's called SunPump, and it is backed primarily by Justin Sun's limitless liquidity. So on August 13th, I believe, was the date when he has launched the beta version of SunPump, and this has put such a huge emphasis on TRON blockchain because not only has it TRON has always been the liquidity hub for stablecoins, right? So from all the stablecoins on the market, which is almost 170 billion, so more than a third of it is coming from TRON blockchain because it's simply a cheaper version of Ethereum. So that was the main utility for TRON blockchain across the years. However, with this new introduction of SunPump, this has become a bit of a meme coin heaven with people making millions of dollars. Literally, there was a guy who made $20 million from about $230 for $100 or $200 of investment. So absolutely crazy. We shouldn't call it an investment. It was gamble money. Let's be real. So yeah, when stories like this start popping on Twitter and people are actually mentioning TRON all across the news feed, you might be thinking, oh my God, it's a top signal, so it's time to sell, time to go out. But guys, TRON is breaching its all-time highs from 2021. Hello? What's going on here? Like, there was literally not a single coin that I know of. Well, Solana did so in market cap, but not in price because of inflationary tokenomics. But there's no single market cap, like in top 100 market cap coins, has done this since 2021. Absolutely crazy. So does this mean that TRON is the next Solana, TRON is the next Ethereum killer or whatever? Probably not, but I still believe that you're still super early for this wave of not just meme coin mania, but actually perhaps a future utility for TRON blockchain as well. So if you want to get some exposure to it, perhaps now might be still a good time. And another bullish thesis for TRON is the fact that it has generated over $1 million in fees on basically an almost gasless blockchain. Like, transactions on TRON are super cheap. Of course, most of these fees is coming from contract deployments of new meme coins and new meme coin launches. But still, to generate so much fees to overtake every single other blockchain, for example, doubling the amount of Solana, is absolutely crazy. So the question on everyone's minds now is, shout out to Ran also, who's asked the same question that's been on my mind for a couple days now. When will TRON stop pumping? When does the TRON meme coin mania actually come to an end? And honestly, nobody knows. But again, as I said earlier, you're probably still relatively early. So if you want to get some exposure to TRON blockchain and everything going on there, what can you do? Well, here are several options that you can do. Depending on your risk tolerance, first of all, you're going to need a TRON wallet blockchain. TRON wallet, because it's a completely different blockchain from EVM. So I've been using Trust Wallet for a couple of years as an alternative to MetaMask before the beauties of Rabbi entered my life. So if you want to use some TRON wallet, you can probably get away with Trust Wallet because they actually have TRON integrated in their interface. Other alternatives are just TRON Wallet. If you search on Twitter, you can find it, but personally, I recommend just using Trust Wallet. It's super simple, super straightforward. So the first thing you can do is you can simply buy and hold TRX tokens, and you can see that they're up over 20% on the weekly. And some of the places you can get TRX is Binance, OKX, Bybit, and many other exchanges. It doesn't seem like they're listed on Coinbase yet, so maybe it's gonna be a huge news. If it gets listed on Coinbase, it might be a very good opportunity to maybe sell a little bit when the pump from Coinbase listing comes, if it comes. Now, you can also get some leverage exposure to it through many different perpetual dexes or even centralized exchange leverage trading. Of course, you have to be very careful with this one because obviously leverage can be very risky, as we found out in the last couple of weeks on that dreadful August 5th. And finally, if you're like a complete risky crypto aficionado, if you're a bit of a meme coin enthusiast, you can always go on sunpump.meme and gamble away your money into some zero or hero plays. Of course, I cannot condone this kind of behavior, even though there is a certain special kind of hype that goes through your body when your investment of $50 or $100 pumps like 50x in a couple of minutes. Like, very few feelings in the world compared to this. But again, this is super risky, incredibly wild. You cannot use a lot of money for this, but if you want to have some fun and ride this crazy hype wave that is TRON blockchain, then you have this option as well. Like, use it responsibly. And of course, it is not recommended to do this on your own. You should always be in contact with people who actually know what they're doing. So communities like in our Discord, where we discuss all things related to TRON blockchain and many other, of course, ecosystem airdrops and opportunities, whether it's meme coins, whether it's serious portfolio updates and opportunities. You have every crypto degen and every serious crypto investor can find something for themselves in our Discord. If this is something that interests you, you have our subscriptions page where you have the monthly or yearly options alongside with an airdrop tracking application that can help keep all of your meme coin extravaganza or airdrop hunting and opportunities in check. All right, let's move into a perhaps more reputable side of crypto, which is real DeFi on APTOS blockchain. There's been a couple of new projects that are worth your time and attention, and this has been brought to you from one of the legends in our Discord, Artist, and this guy has been absolutely smashing it in APTOS, and all the links from the referral links of this video is actually going to be his referral links, because we care about our community. If you bring serious alpha to our guys in Discord, then you will get obviously rewarded for that incredible research. So what you can do on APTOS currently, as you can see, there are a couple projects. There's always the holy trifecta of the past, which is Aries Markets, Amnis Finance, and Liquid Swap. So those are usually the ones that we were farming before on APTOS, but now you can also look to do the same thing with new money markets, namely Echelon or Echelon markets. You also have the Meso Finance and Superposition. They're all lending and borrowing markets, so if you've ever done anything in DeFi, you will know exactly what you need to do, but it's very straightforward. You simply go to their official Twitter and you go connect your wallet. You can use Pontem, Petra, or any APTOS wallet that you want, and you simply lend your assets and borrow against them. Now, when it comes to this, it is incredibly important to understand that you really want to be using this with only correlated pairs. This means that you don't want to be necessarily depositing APTOS and with borrowing USDC, because that might cause you to be in liquidation risks. If APTOS ever drops in value, then your borrow will be automatically repaid the moment that APTOS drops in value at the liquidation threshold. So you need to be very aware of that. If you want to avoid these market fluctuations really messing you over, then make sure to only deposit and borrow correlated pairs. So the strategy that he recommends, for example, is doing a very nice 2-in-1 with Amnis Finance. So you can go over to Amnis Finance, you can stake your APTOS, get Amnis staked APTOS, and then you can use this, for example, in Echelon or in Superposition or in Meso Finance. And here you can simply deposit your staked APTOS or Amnis APTOS and borrow APTOS against it. So there should be zero chance of liquidation because these are correlated pairs. And then you can just loop this as many times as you want. Just there's a couple things to keep in mind. Echelon or Echelon Finance, they are very saturated. They have $120 million in deposits and 87 in borrows. So on the DeFi Llama, it shows you about 33 million in total value locked. So this is probably one of the safer plays, but it might not give you as big of an airdrop as maybe slightly smaller projects. These ones just have a couple million or even less than $1 million in lending and borrowing. So you have to keep that in mind when deciding on your risk tolerance and potential gains from potentially future airdrops. As I said before, all of these have points programs, active points programs, and if you use Artist's referral links, then you will also be generating extra rewards, so you will be getting 10x points or even doubling on certain positions. And wrapping up with some other ecosystems, starting with Solana. Yesterday, I checked out Drift price was up 20% on the daily, which was absolutely crazy. It turns out that it's because they launched a new part of their platform called VET. With this one, you can speculate on some of the future outcomes in politics or in finance. For example, who's going to win the presidential elections, or will Fed cut rates in September. Extra utility for Drift token is definitely interesting. So if you're still a holder, this might be great news for you. Now, in the Mantle ecosystem, we have final chapter for Puff finally live, and based on your wallet reputation, you can claim some Puff tokens. Hopefully, you've become a little dragon and claimed your airdrop allocation for Puff tokens. And then we also have news in Base. Base is launching their name services. This is the finally official one from Base Chain. So make sure to claim your name as soon as possible, because while they haven't talked a lot about price increases, there might be some other restrictions. So make sure, if you're still bullish on Base, if you believe it might launch a token one day, make sure to get your name as soon as possible. And finally, last two updates come from Starknet and ZkSync. Apparently, if you're still bullish on Starknet and if you hold some Stark tokens, you can vote with them in the upcoming vote. So make sure to do so if for whatever reason you still hold tokens. And this is crazy thing about ZkSync. Apparently, a couple of days ago, the holders for ZkSync has reached an all-time high. That is insane. But yeah, might not be that chain after all. Probably still is, but yeah, apparently there's some new interesting developments, such as Aave being launched on ZkSync, then ZkSync era chains launching left, right, and center. They're developing, but their token launch and distribution wasn't great. So you have to take this with a grain of salt. And that's a wrap for this very time-sensitive alpha for today. If you like the content, you know what to do. Like and subscribe with bell notifications on. If you want to keep up to date in real time with serious crypto degens, you are welcome to join our Discord. And if you have any questions, drop them in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and till next time, have an amazing day.